Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video and another little city vlog. This time going home from work, but we are going to make a bit of a detour, and I want to give a small update about the Cannonball efforts. I haven't given you a proper update in the past, I think, 2 weeks or something like that, and a lot of things have changed lately, and good things for the best, and I really want to share the joy, I want to share the happiness, because let's just say it feels like a huge weight has been lifted off my chest, and I can breathe now easily. And it has something to do with where I am going right now. I'm not going straight home from work, even though it's a Thursday and tomorrow is the Easter holiday, where 4 days for 4 days I won't have any work at all, because it's the Easter holiday here. And instead of going straight home, I'm actually going in the middle of the city to a small little place to pick up something, and then I'm gonna ride back home. And everything has to do with it, because as you know, I've been hard at work trying to get down all the details for my trip to the United States, and as usual, money is one thing to try to get together, and I'm still working on that. But another thing which was kind of lacking, and it was scaring me quite a lot, was paperwork. And paperwork is scary, because no matter what your dreams are, no matter how much people believe in you, in the end, you get face to face with somebody, with just an office worker, a government worker, that may have had a good day or a bad day, doesn't matter. But all of your hopes and dreams rest with somebody that might understand your craziness, or might think it's completely stupid and pointless, and just put you down like it's nothing. He couldn't care less. So, in fairness, to give you a bit of background and details, as I've said in previous videos, I have secured my shipping to Houston of Donnie with Moto Freight out of the UK. I will be riding him to the UK. I have to drop him off on the 27th of May. I have to drop him off right next to Heathrow at Moto Freight's warehouse. So that's all done and good. I haven't paid anything yet, but payment will be done when I actually drop off the scooter. Let's see if I can make myself some room. Come on, seriously. So the shipping is in one piece. Moto Freight has everything in terms of shipping down. All they require is money. Payment is gonna be made when I leave the scooter with them. And actually, payment is going to be in 3 parts. The shipping of the scooter to Houston I pay when I leave the scooter with them. The airport taxes I pay when I pick him up in Houston. Those are going to be about $1,000, and I pay at the airport in Houston when I pick him up. And then we have the shipping of the scooter back, which I'm going to pay when they actually ship the scooter back, probably somewhere in August or September, something like that, they said. So payment is staggered over a couple of months. That's good, that's nice, that's okay. I'm real happy with that thing. But before the scooter and before myself I can leave for another continent, we have to get the paperwork in order. First of all, for Donnie, the temporary import is going to be done when he arrives in the States. That's going to be on Moto Freight to get down the temporary import papers so I can ride them on the street. But you can't do the temporary import papers unless you get an EPA approval letter. Now, Moto Freight helped me out with telling me exactly how to apply for an EPA approval letter, where to send my request. I filed the request. Last Friday, I got an answer from the EPA with the approval letter. So I was quite happy, I was quite chuffed. Donnie now has his EPA approval letter, making him legal for temporary import and to be ridden on the street in the United States. Only ridden by me legally, because he's my personal scooter and I'm there traveling, but he is now legal for me to ride him across the United States. He is street legal for 12 months. So that was a big stepping stone. Getting the EPA approval and knowing that I can ship him over and I can ride him over there. So that's done and dusted. We got all the paperwork done. Temporary import, it's just a formality that they do when the scooter arrives in the States. It's all very good. I'm happy. Second part of the paperwork is for me. And that implies my visa. Now, I was waiting because Romania was supposed to get into the visa waiver program. We got into the visa waiver program at the beginning of April. It should have been possible to register my trip so I can travel to the United States without a visa. Well, unfortunately, the United States now is rethinking all of its immigration laws and permissions and everything, and they've suspended the process of Romania joining the visa waiver program. They haven't said completely no yet. They haven't gone back on their word, but for now they've suspended the process. So yeah, there's currently no visa waiver program. So when I heard the news, I scrambled and I quickly applied for a regular 10-year visa from Romania to the United States. And I was kind of on the edge because I was really scared about the interview. What would they ask? What would they think of this idea of riding a scooter of shipping a scooter to the United States and riding it over there? It is a tourist visa, but it's not your regular kind of tourist. Well, I'm happy to report that the guy that I talked to at the embassy, that interviewed me at the embassy, was an awesome guy. Unfortunately, I didn't catch his name, and even if I did catch his name, it's probably not a good idea to make his name public. But he listened to my story. He asked about what kind of scooter, what motorcycle am I shipping, and I said it was a 3,000 euro scooter. It costs brand new 3,000 euros. And it was like, okay, so how much power does it have? 12 horsepower. And what you gonna do with it? Ride the entire country? I said, yes, I'm gonna ride from Texas to Oregon and then from Oregon back to Texas. I'm gonna do about 8,000 to 9,000 miles across the United States in less than a month. And he asked who I was traveling with. I told Quasi. He asked about the Scooter Cannonball. I told him about the Scooter Cannonball, and he was so cool about everything. And he just said, man, that's just awesome. Welcome to the United States. Your visa is approved, and have yourself a wonderful time. And that was the final nail in the proverbial coffin of everything I had to do, all of the prep work I had to do. And now I have a visa for me. I have basically Donnie's visa in the form of the EPA approval letter. He can be ridden legally in the States. I can enter the United States completely legally. Everything is a go. We got green lights all over in terms of paperwork. I have my plane ticket. On the 9th of June, I will be landing in Houston. So everything is set in stone in terms of paperwork, in terms of tickets, in terms of shipping. On the 9th of June, I will be landing at George Bush Intercontinental Airport in Houston, and I will be going to afterwards and after I land, I will be going to the cargo terminal to pick up Donnie, and I will be riding him out of the airport and heading to Quasi's home so we can do about a day or two of prepping and then hit the road for Oregon. I'm just so happy at this point that everything is set in stone. All of the prepping is done basically. Still have a bit of work to do on Donnie in terms of neck bearings and tires, but I already have the brand new tires. I've bought them. I have the neck bearings. I've also bought them. So now I just have to do the work. Oh, come on, dude. Oh boy, stupid traffic. So yeah, I have all the paperwork done. It's all in order. I am extremely happy that everything worked out great in the end. Less than 2 months away, boys. I still can't believe it that we're less than 2 months away from the Cannonball. From me actually landing in Houston. A year ago when I started this project, it seemed like such a such a tremendously difficult endeavor to do all of the prepping, all of the work that I would have to do. Everything would have to fall in line. So much stuff that has to fall in line, and well, it's done. Everything has fallen in line, and I'm ready to go. So now I'm probably gonna be approaching a couple of companies to try to see if they want to support the trip. I know a couple of companies have expressed a bit of interest, and I've told them to wait until I get all of my paperwork in order, because I don't want to promise something that is out of my control, because getting the visa wasn't under my control. It all depended on the guy at the embassy, if he understood what I wanted to do and if he would support what I wanted to do and grant me the visa. And well, he did. And now I have everything, so I'm ready. Hello. I'm ready to approach different companies and tell them about the trip and give them details, and hopefully they will support the project. Now, a lot of you have expressed interest into supporting the trip, and I am looking into like joining a funding campaign, like joining a funding platform like GoFundMe. Unfortunately, a lot of those platforms are not available for Romanian citizens. So I can do a campaign, but I'm not going to get the money. I'm going to try to find a platform that is supported here in Romania and that it's familiar to you guys, so people that want to donate will have an easier time donating. And trust me, even 1 or 2 euros is help, because a lot of you are interested in the trip, a lot of you want to support the trip. It might be difficult to send money via PayPal or Revolut. You might, in your countries, they might not be all that common. Hell, even here in Romania, PayPal isn't all that common. But funding platforms, you just pay with your debit card, and you can send 1 or 2 or 3 euros, whatever you can spare. And to be honest, I want to make it a lot easier for people that want to support, because trust me, this thing has gotten very, very expensive, and I am going to need help with it, or else I'm basically going to be emptying out all of the family funds and all my entire nest egg just to do it. I am willing to do it, and I have approval from the missus to do whatever it takes and take as much money out of the house to do this trip and to bring it to you guys. But I kind of don't want to be that guy that really empties out the nest egg just because the wife is cool about it. What are you doing? What are you doing? Dumbass. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get together a bit more extra funding. It's not much that I would need. I'm at the point where, honestly, I would need somewhere in the region of 2,000 or 3,000 euros, and that's it. The trip is financed, and I can go have a good time and also have the wife happy at home, and I can bring you all of that juicy content from such a massive road trip. Now, let's look. It's supposed to be around here. There it is, Fan Courier. All right. Hold on, guys. I'll be back in a second. Alright, so this is it. Taking you with me for the ride. I might have to blur out a couple of things. What do we have here? Okay, so this is... okay, just my name and everything. Yeah, this is just the airway bill. And... my passport. Let's see, and where's the visa? Come on. Come on. Where is it? Oh, there it is. United States of America. Visa, United States of America. It expires in 2035. Yes. 10 years, 10 whole years I have approval to enter the United States. You know what that means? That means that until I think it's until the 2035 Cannonball, at least until the 2033 Cannonball, I can enter the United States and take part in the Cannonball. So it's this one, the 25 one, 27, 29, 31, and at least 33. So I can take part in this Cannonball and the next 4 Cannonballs, which is absolutely awesome. Let's head home now. You know, I was sad. I was a little bit sad when the visa waiver program fell through, but it might not be such a bad thing, because with the visa waiver, you register your trip and it's valid for only 2 years. With this, my US visa, it is valid for 10 years. So now I can really make some future plans for the next couple of years. Up until 2035, I can enter and exit the United States either for business or for tourism as I please, staying in the visa regulations, of course, but I have entry. All I need is a plane ticket. I go there, I do what I have to do, and then I get out, no issue. I think I can stay for like 3 months at a time in the United States, and that is just absolutely awesome. And also, talking about bringing you guys as much coverage from the Cannonball as possible, you might see a little bit of modification here in the form of this Quadlock mount. I did get a couple of things from Quadlock, and I will make a future video about it. No, they were not bought, and no, I am still not sponsored by Quadlock, but I did not pay anything for them. I got about 200 euros worth of products from Quadlock, absolutely free or partially free, but I will get into the details way more when I do the video. In about a week or two, I will have a full video on Quadlock and my experience with them for the past 5 years. I think my first order on their website was in 2020. So I have been a customer of Quadlock for the past 5 years, and I have some thoughts about the way they do business and the way they treat their customers. And that's what I want to get into detail, because I have did the math and I spent about 1,000 euros on the Quadlock website. And I think I can say a thing or two about their service and the way they treat their customers. But I'm not going to give anything away. You're going to have to wait for that video in a week or two, where I will go into all the nitty-gritty details of the way I have interacted with the company in the past 5 years. And what are my thoughts about the company, and whether you should spend your hard-earned money to buy their products or maybe not. But yeah, this is a mount. It's a RAM style mount, and as you can see right on the end of it is an extra camera mount, because as you know, I have switched to the DJI Action 4 in terms of my main camera on my helmet, but I still have my GoPro Hero 7 Black that I used to use. And wouldn't it be just awesome to get some video of me while I talk to you guys, or maybe turn it around and get a couple of, I don't know, maybe a time lapse, like when I'm crossing some mountain passes, get a time lapse with a camera, with an action camera on the front. That would be just awesome. And with the help of their mounts, I should be able to do it quite easily. But yeah, I'll get into more details as to how and why I use the products, and whether you should be buying them or not. Horrible traffic through the middle of the city. I'm gonna try to make my way home quicker. Come on. Absolutely horrible. It is a Thursday. It is the last day of work for a lot of people. I was expecting the city to be absolutely shit in terms of traffic, but yeah, it is bad. It is quite bad. Everybody jockeying for position, trying to make some headway through this traffic. But at least, as you can see by my bare hands, the temperatures have gone up. It's currently 22 degrees outside, and it's absolutely beautiful. So in the next couple of weeks, I will be taking Donnie on a few more road trips to get him up to speed and finally validate him properly. because I want to do like a 600, 700, 800 kilometer day, just riding the hell out of him. We did that trip up to the mountains, but that was like less than 300 kilometers total distance in, I don't know, a bit over half a day. That's not Cannonball pace, and I need to validate him for proper Cannonball pace. Because like I said, if anything else is about to break on this scooter, like the electrical system did, I want them to break here now, so I can fix them here now and not spend time during the Cannonball on the side of the road trying to fix things that I could have fixed right here. I have given him plenty of once-overs. I don't see anything else I could do apart from the neck bearings and the tires, which will be done before I leave. Anything else, I don't see what I could possibly do. But that's why testing is important. That's why test runs are important, dry runs, to really get the bugs out of the system. And also finalize the way I charge everything, the way I mount my cameras, the way I charge my cameras, because it's very important for me, those kinds of things, so I can make the content that you want to see, and I can really take you along with me on the trip. That is a very important thing to me, to be able to take you guys with me on the trip. That's the whole point of doing this thing. That's why so many of you have already donated money to the cause, because if you can't go there by yourselves, then you want to join me and you want to do the Cannonball through me, and I understand that and I fully respect that, and I'm going to try to bring you as much footage as possible. And for me to be able to bring you as much footage as possible, I have to be able to capture it, and for that we need to do testing to make sure everything is in order. I don't want to get there and realize my GoPro isn't in the right position, I don't like the frame or stuff like that, or I can't charge it, I'm running out of batteries, you know, stuff like that. I really have to get everything in order. But now thankfully the weather is looking up. We're gonna have some decent temperatures, and I can do all of my testing and get everything dialed in. It's still about a month, and I still have about 5 weeks until I have to leave for the UK. I should have at least a weekend or two to do a decent sized road trip to get everything dialed in. And that's kind of the update. If you have any more questions for me, put them down in the comment section below. Let's get a discussion going. If you can help out in any way, write me an email or put it down in the comments. Let's get the ball rolling, because in terms of paperwork, everything is done. The trip is fully greenlit, and we're doing this thing, guys. We are doing. Donnie is going to the United States. I'm going to the United States. We are going to be touring the United States, me and him together, as we've done through so many other countries. I still can't believe it's actually happening. I still can't believe that I managed somehow to pull it off, but I did, with your help, with the way you've supported the project. It's mind-bending to me what I was able to achieve. It was a lot of hard work, and it still is a lot of hard work. We're still not there yet. I think I'll believe it when I actually ride him out of the airport in Houston. When I'm actually on US roads riding him, I think that's when it's properly gonna hit me that I did it. I set a goal for myself a year ago, and I did it. And it's funny to me, about 1 year ago, I think it was exactly this period, April to May, I was reaching 10,000 subscribers when Quasi started watching my videos from my trip to Turkey. We started talking. We started pushing around the idea of doing the Cannonball. First as me just going over there and borrowing a scooter from him. Then me suggesting I should ship my scooter over there. I think it was around this period. 10,000 subscribers, April or May. And now 1 year later, 17,000 subscribers. The channel has almost doubled in size. And what was a dream a year ago through a lot of effort, a lot of work, and a lot of help from you guys, and a lot of support from you guys, and also from Quasi. The support I got from him is invaluable. Without him, this wouldn't be happening. Because even at the visa interview, they asked me, are you going to be traveling alone or with somebody? And I told them that I was going to be riding with Quasi. The person at the embassy asked me, is he an American citizen? I told him, yes, he's an American citizen. He works there. He has a family there. He has kids and everything. And he was like, okay, so you're going with somebody that knows the rules of the land. I said yes, and they were like, that's perfect. That's great. You're not going to be lost around there. So yeah, without him, this wouldn't have been possible. Without his support and without his help and his knowledge and his willingness to help me. Unfortunately, he's not getting, I don't know, anything in terms of money out of this. And even with your guys' help, like I said, I am not going to be turning any kind of profit out of this. Hopefully I can do it without spending too much of my family's money. Even though he isn't getting any form of profit, and neither am I getting any form of profit out of this, he still decided to help out every way he could. And yeah, it's happening. Well, we're going to get it done. As it says on the front of my scooter, do it for Dale, and we're definitely doing it for Dale. This following our dreams, working hard for our dreams, and turning them into reality. It's just beautiful. It is tiring, it is difficult, it is hard, but it's beautiful. Steaming up in my helmet. Come on. Hopefully you're enjoying this little tour of Bucharest as we cross the city in all directions. Avoiding the huge potholes, damn it. On the tram lines. And here we might have to get cocky to get to the front of the line, or else we're gonna be here for about 10 minutes in this queue of cars. I think this is gonna be the most interesting thing for me in the United States, apart from seeing a totally different culture. I am familiar with the American culture, but I am familiar with the American culture from TV, from shows, from everything, stuff like that, from the media. I know very well that when you actually go to a country, everything is completely different than you see on TV. Some things might be recognizable, but not everything, and there's still a lot of things to see and learn from visiting a new country. But the main thing that's really going to hit me, I think, and is not being able to filter. That is so foreign for me as a European, where you can filter in any country in Europe, and it's actually encouraged to alleviate traffic. Get on a scooter, get on a motorcycle, filter traffic, get to work faster, get to where you need to go faster. That's how motorcycles and scooters are marketed here in Europe. In the States, I would have to stop myself, actually willfully stop myself from filtering, and that's gonna be hard because the roads there are big, and what I saw from Quasi's videos, there's a ton of room to filter. And for me, like it's instinct. When I see traffic slows down, I see a bit of a gap, and I just slowly go for it, carefully, paying attention to the traffic, paying attention to the road. I just go for it. Over there, even though you have a shit ton of room, you are not allowed to go for it. So I would have to just stop behind the car in front of me, just stop, wait in the queue of cars. That's gonna be quite interesting for me, and I'm really curious to see how it's gonna feel when I actually get there. And I don't know if Quasi is gonna come to the airport to meet me when I pick Donnie up, If he's free, maybe he'll come. If not, maybe he'll wait for me so I can do my first little trip in the States alone, just with Google navigation and seeing if I can make it to his place from the airport all by myself without getting shot. It is Texas after all. I really have to be careful to not get shot. Here at least, if somebody cuts you off, you can start cursing them and everything. Nobody here has a gun. Over there, I kind of have to shut up. A lot of people over there have guns, and a lot of people over there get offended really, really quick, and it's in the American freedom to find yourself justice. Or to get your own justice. I don't know how to say it exactly. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a cultural shock, that's for sure. Somehow the land of the free does not allow filtering. And as you can see, I'm filtering here. There's a Yamaha to my right filtering over there. We're all filtering. We're making headroom through traffic much quicker than cars. Like I said, the marketing in Europe clearly states, get a motorcycle or a scooter so you can travel across your city quicker, get your destination quicker. Filtering is highly encouraged. And nobody here kind of minds. The car drivers, most of the car drivers, you find your occasional asshole here and there. But most of the car drivers, they're pretty content with the fact that they're gonna spend a lot of time in traffic, and when you on your little scooter just pass them and go to the front of the queue, they know you are not holding them up. You are not contributing to traffic, you are not adding to their transit time, so they just don't care. They just let you pass, they don't care. I should have gone to the right. Should have gone to the right, damn it. And most of them, if you're polite about it and you don't have room to pass, will make a bit of room for you. They will do a right-hand turn or a left-hand turn a little bit to give you a bit of extra room to pass. Come on, it's a green light. Punch it. Brakes. Tram lines. Oh, damn it. We got some room. Yep, we have got some room. Thank you. And open the tab so we don't hold everyone up. That's the important thing here in Europe. Go on the right, go on the left, whichever way you want to go and pass traffic. But when traffic speeds up, you better make sure you're not a nuisance. Open the taps, get the speed up. Don't hold cars back, because if they gave you room to pass when it's your turn, do not hold them up. Open the taps. A little 125cc scooter can get up to 80-90 kilometers an hour. I know that is way above the speed limit, but that's how we drive here. I'm sorry, it's just the law of the land. We do get the occasional ticket here and there, but that's how everybody drives here. So don't hold traffic up. If you adhere to this rule, then you'll be just fine. Don't be an asshole and rip somebody's mirror off. Don't get in anyone's way, and you won't have any form of trouble filtering. And I'm gonna keep you guys as much as I can up to date in real time. I am gonna try to find, I don't know, a tracking app or something like that. If you know of a free-to-use tracking app, you can shoot me a link or tell me the name in the comments. I would love for, at least for people that have donated, to be able to follow along in real time, day by day. I mean, if you've put money down on this thing, then you're an awesome person and you deserve to be a part of the Cannonball as much as possible. And that is another thing that I can give, especially to my members and to the people that have donated, the ability to follow me in real time. But if you have any ideas of such apps, then put them down in the comment section below. They have to be Android apps. I do not have an iPhone, so mandatory Android apps. And I'll look into them and try to get them running. Change lanes. Almost home. This was supposed to be something like a 30-minute trip, and I think we got that down to 20 minutes or less. What's going on over there? Why is traffic stopped? Whoa. No. I thought cars were stopping at the crossing. Nope, somebody was turning right. Anyway, open up the taps. And this is it, final traffic light. Let's see if we can get to the front of the queue. I do have to hang a left here. Yes, I know it's not 100% legal. Shut up. Green light, punch it. I've said don't get in anyone's way, get out of everyone's way. And that's it. I'm about to reach my destination. I'm about to get home. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little trip around Bucharest, this little errand run and update on the Cannonball. Thank you all so much for the support and believing in this trip. You can get hyped about it. We're doing it. Everything is set in stone. It's happening 9th of June. I am landing in Houston, Texas with Donnie. And I'll be bringing more details as I get everything sorted in terms of funding and donations. And hopefully more of you that want to help out with this trip have the opportunity to do so. If you don't have any money to spare, then don't worry, all of the content is going to be free. You're still going to get the full-length videos of the road trip. I am not putting them on behind a paywall. But to those that can help out, thank you so much. Your help is invaluable, and thank you for believing in me and this trip and making it a reality. It's as much on you as it is on me. Without you, this wouldn't have been possible. Until next time, guys, take care out there. Happy holidays, happy Easter, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care out there, everyone, and ride safe. Bye.